All right, everyone. Thanks for coming back. This is Andre with Yup, I Said It. So here we are with TYT. All right, I made a couple of videos with TYT and Anna Kasparian, Chink Uygur, a couple of times, and they really hit some really important points. And I want to just kind of highlight this. I want to react to this video today because I think it's very important that we show what the people who once supported Joe Biden are now saying about Joe Biden. Very different story. I think everyone knows that, they're not voting for Joe Biden, but they're voting against Trump. That's pretty clear. The consequences of their decisions are really, really, really being highlighted here. Like almost on every show. It's like they just did a show agreeing with Chip Roy about anti-Semitism, the anti-Semitism bill, controlling free speech. So we see eye to eye on a lot of things, guys. And I just wish one day that we can come together even more so. And that would truly be something I would like to see, that some of the people on the left, especially the high profile YouTubers, I guess, we'll call them, would, kind of collaborate together and put our points together, put our heads together. And because I believe that we all are singing the same song, but we're playing different instruments. It's like, you don't understand my instrument, I don't understand you. It's like, we got to put the instruments together and we'll make a great song, So that's sort of the way I look at it. But this is very interesting here because the war involving Gaza and Israel has sparked a lot of controversy and tension, of course, because of how devastating it is. And it really is. Anna Kasparian is going to be going off here about this. And I just want to go ahead and react to this video because I just think that it's, again, very important that we get to hear this because probably won't get to hear it anywhere else, right? So let's jump in.
They discovered mass graves with corpses that showed clear signs of abuse and torture. The United Nations Special Procedures released a statement saying, "We are horrified at details emerging from mass graves recently unearthed in the Gaza Strip. Over 390 bodies have been discovered at Nasser and Al-Shifa hospitals, including of women and children, with many reportedly showing signs of torture and summary executions and potential instances of people buried alive." Is it anti-Semitic to state what the UN investigation into these mass graves stated? Are there enough adults in the world who can absorb this accurate information about?
First, let me state my position on this Israel and Gaza or Hamas conflict, right? So I'm going to always be on Israel's side because of the Bible, okay? And, a lot of you liberal people watching probably won't agree with that. Now, let me just preface this by saying, look, Hamas did strike Israel on the holy day. I'm not saying at all that I like this to happen. I don't want any war. I'm totally against it. I don't want any foreign wars at all. I don't want people going to war. Peace is always, let me say this because strong men, real alpha strong men never want war. And real alpha strong conservative men would never start war. Why? Because we want our companies to prosper. We want to raise our families. We look at things a lot different than most people. But we're not going into too far into that. I just, my position would be no war. Period. Okay, because as we can see, what Anna's reading here, this is all very true. What they're reporting, a lot of innocent lives, a lot of children have been taken away. And from bad decision making, okay, by the Biden administration. Bottom line, and they're calling it out, and it's great that they're calling it out. It's not great that it's happening. So it's a big mess.
The atrocities that were committed against innocent people in Gaza, or is that anti-Semitic, Cenk?
No, in all seriousness, I believe that the majority of mainstream media, which by the way has not reported this. As far as I know, cable news has not mentioned this once, but they're very concerned about the safety of some people in America. But when you talk about
no, they're very concerned with locking Donald Trump up right now. Okay, that's what the mainstream media is actually concerned with. Biden has not really gone into detail about what he really thinks about these wars. Why? Because he's being controlled. He's not allowed to really speak about it. Okay, he's not allowed to really do anything about it. The stopping the the weaponry going to Israel. I mean, that's not really going to do anything. Okay, in my opinion. So they're the ones that started it. Okay, so they're not going to do anything about it. They can't. It's out of control at this point. When we had Trump in office, there was no war. We had peace in the Middle East. Look up the Abraham Accords.
Mass graves, etc. Why don't they mention this? Because, well, they've been pretending all along that Israel is accidentally killing 24,000 women and children, accidentally doing a Where's Daddy program where they purposely murder their family members, accidentally using snipers to kill children and women. Okay.
Biden is a disgrace, okay? Biden is a full-blown disgrace of a president, of a human being. Okay, all of that nonsense about how he's such a moral and decent person, and he really knows how to connect with voters who have suffered from such severe loss. He's such a great.
And Anna, we've been saying this already. We already knew this. I wish that you guys would understand that on the conservative side, we can actually see this coming a mile away. We knew that this would happen. We knew how the Bidens were operating. We already knew all of this. We knew what Biden would do. We knew exactly what he would do. But nobody wanted to hear it because, Orange Man was bad. And, you demonized us. You shut us up. They suppressed the Hunter Biden laptop story. Jack Dorsey was too scared to do the right thing. And we could have avoided all of this. That's what I want the takeaway to be here. I don't want to. We don't want to fuss and fight. We don't want to, go back and forth with you all, and we don't want to start any trouble with you. We want peace. We want peace all the way across the board. That's a conservative way. We want peace. Whether you make fun of us because we read the Bible, you make fun of us because we love Yeshua, you make fun of us because we believe in God. That's on you. But what we're talking about here are the moral part about this. Is that we want peace. All right, we're begging for that. We're going to have it either way. The conservatives are being pushed so far that we don't know what else to do. So what we want to do is see eye to eye, and we want you guys to keep up with what you're doing. Keep saying what you're saying. Don't give it up. Don't fall for the next gimmick. Don't fall for the next guy. We all know you guys hate Trump, but are his policies going to be good? Now, when Trump gets elected, we want to hear you give him the credit where the credit is due. Hopefully we get to that point. Hopefully we can have some peace. Hopefully we get to show you guys what we've been talking about. Because we're not going to let up, and we suspect that you're not going to let up either. But we knew all this was going to happen. We literally knew it all was going to happen. And Anna, the Bible talks about a lot of this stuff. Okay, so you can say what you want about that.
Great guy. Do you think he mentioned this UN investigation?
Never. No.
He gave a speech today about about anti-Semitism and how we must fight it. Which, okay, that's fine, but how about a mention, at least a mention for the Palestinians who are literally buried alive?
Biden can't take credit for that. He can't. It will bruise his camp. It will destroy his campaign's already destroyed. His presidency is destroyed. His chances of winning are absolutely destroyed. He will not come out and say anything like that. Okay, he's not. You can forget about that. He's not going to apologize for what he's done. He's been controlled. You guys know that Biden's being completely controlled. So yeah, that's never going to happen.
Based on this investigation by the UN.
Yeah, and so it was okay. It was Holocaust Remembrance Day, and that's why Biden only mentioned Israel and the Jewish part. And I get it. And if he mentioned it on Holocaust Remembrance Day, a whole heap of people would have ripped his head off. Okay, and so who are those heap of people? Yeah, some are media, some are donors, etc. But brother, you can't say on Holocaust Remembrance Day, never again.
As it's happening now.
And then do an asterisk and go, yeah, but it's okay if it's Palestinians or Muslims. It's not okay. And look, so they use the charges of anti-Semitism 24/7 as a political tool, and it's really gross, right? So, but in reality, if you say 1,200 people killed, 860 civilians on October 7th is terrible, which I hope to God you do say, and then you say, 34,500 dead in Gaza, 8,000 buried in the rubble. That's over 42,000 dead. Confirmed 24,000 women and children dead is not a big deal. Their lives are not as important as the 1,200.
Why don't you guys tell the viewers why? Tell your audience why this is happening. Explain to them how it got started, okay? Because Biden clearly funded Iran, which gave Hamas the ability to strike Israel in the first place. All right? This is all biblical, by the way, you know. But, you know, the Biden administration has caused this, all right? So, you know, this is super unfortunate because it just shows the incompetence. It just shows that, you know, and the Democrats love to say, you know, we got the grown-ups in the room. This couldn't be further from the truth. You know, so, you know, the Biden administration is totally responsible for this. The protesters that are running across the country, you know, they what can I say? They're going to destroy his campaign because of what he's done. All right, and this is all on Biden's lap. It's all his administration's fault, basically. So, you know, we try to warn people. We try to show you guys what Biden was all about, and I just hope that people listen to the conservatives a lot more, man. Like, cause you know, we ultimately don't want to bother anybody. We don't want any trouble. All right, for the most part, man. Like we don't want wars, man. We don't want the cost of everything going up. We don't want open borders. We don't want criminals. We don't want crime. Why can't everybody get down with that? If you talk to your average conservative, that's what he's going to be talking about. That's it. All right. You know, they love to make fun of the Trump supporters, man. They just had a video here where they made fun of the Trump supporters. They said they were running away. When, you know, you just have to talk to people with their basic needs. Trump talks directly to the people about their basic needs. What do the average American people, even if they're not highly intelligent, what do they want? Basic things, closed borders. They want low crime. They want low taxes, and they want to be able to afford to go to the supermarket, bro. That's about it, man. All right. So if we can agree on all that, then you got the conservative covered right there. All right. So, you know, just things that make sense. That's all we're talking about. Just things that make sense. So, you know, it's, you know, we can't keep doing this. We can't keep just disagreeing about everything, you know. We can't because we're gonna have World War III. This is what's going to happen. Can you imagine what's going to happen here? What are the Iranians going to do? What is Hamas going to do next? Who are they going to turn to when all else is said? And it becomes the rob, kill, steal, and destroy. They want to destroy everything, man. Don't you get that? They want to destroy everything. Y'all better come together before it's too late. We should all come together. All right, that's what I would say. But guys, you know, I'm going to leave it there. Please like, share, and subscribe. Always good to see Biden getting called out for the things he's doing. We need to expose the wickedness, not let it slide, and not be oblivious to it. We need to really do our due diligence and find out what's happening. This has been Andre. Yup, I said it. Till next time.